They said salvia only lasts 5 minutes, but for Ethan Parker, it lasted 6 months. 6 months living underwater, 6 months with a wife and child who never existed. And when he finally came back, he realized something down there didn't let go. Ethan wasn't the kind of guy who lost control. 32 years old, mechanic, husband, new dad. The kind of man who fixed everything. Engines, fences, toys. So when his old friend Mason came over one Friday night with a bag of salvia and said, 5 minutes. That's all it takes, Ethan figured. Why not? They sat on the porch as the sun dropped behind the trees. Mason packed the bowl. Just hold it in, he said. Don't fight it. Ethan took a deep breath, held it, and the world split. Colors folded in on themselves. The air thickened. He heard rushing water, faint at first, then roaring. The porch vanished beneath him, and suddenly, Ethan wasn't breathing air anymore. He was underwater, but he wasn't drowning. He could breathe. Cold water filled his lungs, smooth and easy. He looked around. Endless green. Silver fish darted past, coral like trees, and at the edge of a reef, a small house. His house. He swam closer. The porch, the dent in the railing, everything was there. Inside stood his wife, Anna. Her hair floated around her like smoke in the current, and her eyes shimmered. "Where have you been?" she asked softly. "Home," Ethan said. "I'm home." Days passed, or what felt like days. He had a job maintaining glowing coral machines. He came home to Anna and their daughter, Lucy, a little girl with gills and eyes that reflected the ocean light. He tucked her in every night. He fixed things. He lived. Weeks turned into months. 6 months underwater.
He turned
But
back
every
to the
so
mirror,
often,
and his
he
reflection was
dreamed
now
of air,
standing, crawling
a
out of the
porch light,
glass.
a sky he
The
couldn't
surface of the
reach,
mirror bent like
and
water,
sometimes,
and the other Eli stepped
faintly,
forward, dripping shards
Mason's
of light
voice
that
calling
sizzled on
through
the floor.
current. But
"Don't
the
fight
ocean
it,"
always
the
pulled him
reflection
back.
said.
Then
"They're not
one
real
day
anymore."
Anna said something strange.
Eli screamed and
"Ethan,"
ran, but the
she
room
whispered,
folded, literally
"why do you
folded,
hold your
like
breath in
paper
your
being
sleep?"
creased.
He blinked.
The walls slammed
don't.
together, crushing
But she
space,
didn't
and he
answer.
was falling again,
That night
tumbling
he
through an
dreamed
endless
again.
series of versions
This
of his
time
room,
clearer.
hundreds of them,
He
each
saw
one
himself
slightly more
slumped on
wrong.
the porch.
In
Mason
one,
shaking
his
him,
reflection was
shouting,
crying.
"Breathe, man, breathe!"
In another, it was
Ethan
laughing
gasped,
hysterically.
lungs burning,
In another, it
and
was
woke
tearing
up
its own
underwater
face
again.
off.
But Anna
And
was
then,
gone.
silence.
He searched everywhere.
He was
The
back on the
coral
couch.
fields, the reef.
The pipe was on the
Nothing.
table.
Only Lucy
His
at the
friends
table,
were staring at him,
humming softly,
pale and wide-eyed.
drawing with bits of shell.
"Bro," one whispered,
"Where's Mom?"
"you were
he
gone."
asked. Lucy
Eli
looked
tried
up.
to
Her
respond,
pupils
but his
were narrow
voice
like a
didn't come
fish's.
out.
"She
He
went
stood
home,"
up slowly,
she said.
and froze.
"She said you forgot
The
where you
mirror
belong."
across the room was still smiling,
Ethan's chest tightened.
and it waved.
The house started changing.
When his friends looked
the
toward
walls
it,
pulsed
there was
like the
nothing
inside
there.
of lungs.
Only
the water
Eli
grew
saw
heavy,
it, because whatever
slow,
came out of that
like
mirror
syrup.
never went back in.
He tried to swim upward, but something pulled him down. Invisible hands. "Anna!" he cried. "Anna!" He broke through the ceiling of the reef and saw sky. But it wasn't blue, it was gray, stormy, pulsing like a heartbeat. He tried to breathe and choked. Mason's voice echoed faintly. "Ethan, you're still here, come on." He kicked, clawed, but the water grabbed him, dragged him back down. He woke again in his underwater house. Lucy was waiting. "Look, Daddy," she said. She held a drawing, their family, but behind them was something else, a tall, faceless shadow. "Who's that?" Ethan whispered. Lucy tilted her head. "That's the man who keeps calling your name." From then on, Ethan saw it, outside the window, in the reflection of the glass, a black figure standing in the currents, watching. Sometimes it whispered through the walls. Sometimes it pointed upward, toward the surface. Ethan followed its gesture. Through the water, he saw a faint glow. The porch light, his porch light. He understood. He swam, harder than ever before. The ocean roared, the current screamed. The shadow followed, stretching like smoke. Lucy's voice echoed below. "Daddy, don't go." He hesitated, and the shadow caught him. It wrapped around him, tight, cold, and the world snapped. He woke up coughing, air, wood, the porch. Mason hovered over him, pale and shaking. "Jesus, man. You were gone for 6 minutes, 6 minutes." But Ethan had lived 6 months below. He looked at his hands, his arms, still trembling. He went inside, splashed water on his face, and froze. In the mirror behind him, a little girl stood, her hair floating gently in water that wasn't there, her eyes glimmering like scales. "Daddy," she whispered. Crack. The mirror shattered. Later that night, Mason found Ethan sitting on the edge of his bed, staring into the dark. "She's still down there," Ethan murmured, over and over, "and sometimes when it rains, when the pipes hum and the wind sounds like waves, you can hear him whispering back, 'She's still down there.'"